baggage is too much.
How did he subtract from you?
Because the perception of the senator is a looter, somebody taking what does not belong to him, one of the people destroying Nigeria. And I do not see myself as one of those people destroying Nigeria. It doesn't even allow people to look back and see the contributions I've made. So it's and I will also say that my 4 years in the Senate has been the worst of my life till now.
How?
I wake up in the morning, I want to go to the chambers, I'm depressed.
You are depressed?
Depressed, seriously.
Why?
Depressed, because the prayer from home, just bring the money. Whether you steal it or not does not matter. Just bring the money.
That's the pressure from home.
So I became an object of money. It's like a woman who is being seen as an object of sex. So I was not comfortable with it, because that was not me. That could not define me, You keep dipping your hand in your pocket, trying to meet people's need, people who are not sincere, people who are just out there to rip you off.
So how did we get to that point?
Koyemio, I think it's something that sociologists will have to look at.
Because even when I still see senators and politicians, what I see is what you have just described.
Those guys are suffering, They are suffering, Before we do transfer money through telephone. In those days when I was there between 2011 and 15. There was no that kind of facility was not available. Our aides we queue every morning, trying to send money out to people who have begged us overnight for one thing or the other. I want to pay my child school fees. Somebody's in the hospital, you have to pay the bill. My wind has blown off my roof, you have to. There's no water in my area. All kinds of funny things. Even the boy will call me from Lagos and say, Senator, yes, good morning, how are you? Hope there is no problem.
Hello and what's up, guys? In this video we are diving into a shocking revelation from a Nigerian senator who says the pressure from Nigerians' constant money requests is giving politicians heart attack. You heard that right. Politicians are breaking down under the weight of endless financial demands, from school fees to hospital bills, wedding, and even stranded party goers begging for transport money. This request never stop, and according to the senator, it is pushing them to their limits. In an explosive interview with journalist Ed Munobilo, he didn't hold back. He said, "I might just throw away this senator title. It is not adding to me, it is subtracting from me." Imagine that, a sitting senator saying the job has been the worst years of his life. But why? He says the perception of senators as looters is overwhelming, but the real pressure comes from home, family, friends, and even total strangers expecting money from every single day. Whether the money is stolen or not, people don't care. They just want cash. He even revealed that before mobile banking, senators and their aides will queue up every morning just to send money to different people. Bills, school fees, hospital emergencies, you name it. Some people even beg for transport money after spending recklessly on enjoyment. Guys, I will let you watch this video for yourself so you can see exactly what I am talking about. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already done so. Take a look, guys, and remember to share your thought after watching.
Since we started this interview,
right,
I have not referred to you as Senator Babafemi Ojudu. Do you like being called Senator Ojudu?
I think I care less. I'm more comfortable when people call me Babafemi or Femi.
I'm more comfortable with Babafemi.
Yes, sure. It didn't add to me. Rather, it subtracted from me. I've had to do an article to say, look, I'm ready to throw away this title to just be my simple self. The baggage is too much.
How did he subtract from you?
Because the perception of the senator is a looter, somebody taking what does not belong to him. One of the people destroying Nigeria, and I do not see myself as one of those people destroying Nigeria. It doesn't even allow people to look back and see the contributions I've made. So it's and I will also say that my 4 years in the Senate has been the worst of my life till now.
How?
I wake up in the morning, I want to go to the chambers, I'm depressed.
You are depressed?
Depressed, seriously.
Why?
Depressed, because the kind of things I see around me. I went to the Senate believing that I could assist in solving problems, finding solution to problems. But what I saw there wasn't glorifying to me. No.
What did you see?
If you add that to the prayer from home, just bring the money. Whether you steal it or not does not matter. Just bring the money.
That was the pressure from home.
So I became an object of money. It's like a woman who is being seen as an object of sex. So that was, I was not comfortable with it, because that was not me. That could not define me. You keep dipping your hand in your pocket, trying to meet people's need, people who are not sincere, people who are just out there to rip you off.
So how did we get to that point?
Koyemio, I think it's something that sociologists will have to look at.
Because even when I still see senators and politicians, what I see is what you have just described.
Those guys are suffering. No, they are suffering. Before we do transfer money through telephone. In those days when I was there between 2011 and 15. There was no that kind of facility was not available. Our aides, we queue every morning, trying to send money out to people who have begged us overnight for one thing or the other. I want to pay my insurance school fees. Somebody's in the hospital, you have to pay the bill. My wind has blown off my roof, you have to. There's no water in my area. All kinds of funny things. Even the boy will call me from Lagos and say, Senator, yes, good morning, how are you? Hope there is no problem. No, Moku Lekiti lana mo lọ Sondo ní Friday, mo lọ sí Èkó lọ ṣe fàájì. Mi wá rówó tí ma fi ọkọ̀ padà sílẹ̀, send owó sí mi o. I say, o lọ ṣe fàájì l'Èkó láti Èkìtì. You didn't think about how you are going to get back to Ekiti. It's me you are going to call. All of this put pressure on you. A king invited me for the wedding of the daughter, and I was not going to make it. I gave money to somebody to go and get the biggest cattle, the biggest cow in town, and give to him. So I called him. Kabiesi, Sherry Malu ti mo gbóná jẹ. He was quite not cheering. If you look at that morning, coupled with what I've seen overnight, you never get to sleep. Your phone keeps ringing, and I'm one that does not ignore calls or messages. I've had all manners of insults from boys who should not be my houseboy, and overnight, and that king, the reaction of the king to a gift, to top it off. I didn't know when I got at the edge of my bed and started crying.
You started crying?
I started crying. Then my 12-year-old daughter just walked in. She always wake up in the morning, come to my room to say, good morning, Daddy. Saw me cry. I said, Daddy, what is the problem? I said, this job is killing me. And he said, if it's killing you, if you don't like the job, why don't you resign? And I held to that. And that day I told myself, I will not go back. I will not attempt to go back to the Senate. And never did. Everybody persuaded him to want to go and pick form to return. I said, I'm not going back. I won't.
Why was the king not happy?
He probably wanted a huge sum of money. So the cow was not enough. You give somebody money and say, you wondering what is a way? I'm renting a help, and you are saying, a guy once called me one afternoon. I was in China. Hello. I just managed to open the phone and Senator, mo in China. How do I get back home? I'm in China. Can't you find somebody to come and I'm in China. These are the kind of things you get. One guy visited one morning on a Saturday, came to me and I'm broke, Senator. I have this problem, that problem. I said, okay, sorry about that. I went in, brought 20,000 naira, a bundle, and gave it to him. He left. Not up to 2 minutes after he left me, somebody else came and said, I've been telling you, people are complaining that you don't give money. That man now just left you, is feeling despondent out there that you didn't give him money. Person who just left here that I gave 20,000 naira. So I now called him. I said, where you said this? So, please come. There's something I needed to tell you. So he came back. I said, okay. You came here this one that you are broke. How much did I give you? He said 20,000 naira. So why then did you tell this man that I didn't give you a dime? He said, if I told him you want to share of the money. I said, you have destroyed me in his face. And these are the kind of things you get. You help people, they would say you have not helped them.
Why were they coming to you?
Because they think that you are there to solve their problems. That they elected you. Even now, somebody comes to me to seek assistance and you say, I was your coordinator in 2011. I voted for you. Sir, will this not end?
But you were elected to solve their problems.
Solve problems, not at micro level.
At what level?
honestly, and that's what I used to tell my colleague. I said, for as long as we continue to think that we can solve problems at micro level, we end up being a victim. And that's why up to today, not up to 15-20% of senators do go back for a second term. They always vote them out because you cannot solve everybody's problem at micro level. But let me explain this to be very clear. If there are problems of housing in Nigeria, let us look at it. How do we provide social housing? So that everybody can have access to it. So somebody will not be building a house, will say, come and give money to roof it. You know that government is solving that problem at the macro level. If there is a problem about education, let's adopt Awolowo's free education. Nobody will go to Awolowo's house when he was in public office to say, come and pay my child school fees. No, because the free education thing is there for everybody. Whether you have one wife, 2 wives, 50 children, you are, for as long as you pay your tax, you get access to free education. Same thing with water, same thing with health and everything. But look, do you know why I was in the Senate? We lost 5 of my colleagues to hypertension, to heart failure. There was a guy, I kept forgetting his name. We were together in Ife. Brilliant lawyer, young man, ebullient, intelligent. One day we were flying together from Abuja to Lagos to attend the 8th day of Tinubu's mom's funeral. And we sat together in the plane. He said, Mr. Femi, this thing is killing me. I don't know how I can survive this prayer. I have a house here, our policemen kept there, my townspeople are always there, my wife cooks all day, everything. And if I'm going to Delta, same problem. As soon as I'm landing, I'm dishing out money. I don't even have this money. And I don't have enough to do these things. I said, oh boy, calm down. Your life is more important for this thing. We came back. We came back on Sunday. That was the event was Saturday. We came back on Sunday. By Thursday, I just got a call midnight that he had a massive stroke and died. This guy had nothing.
He had nothing.
He had nothing. He was living in a rented house in Abuja. And when the news came that the landlord was going to chase the wife out 6 months after, we had to make contributions. So all of the glamour you are seeing, all of the so-called money, they are spent on hope that they are going to go back. I've had a colleague call me before, Femi, who after we left, he said, Femi, please can you send me 20,000 naira? For real? I'm telling you. Take this. I'm not lying.
But I thought senators make a lot of money.
That is what people do not know. As they are making this so-called lot of money, the thing is going back. I couldn't visit my constituency in those days if I did not have 5 million naira for a weekend. People will troop in, you are cooking, you are buying beer, and when they eat and drink, when they are going, you must provide transportation. You must solve problems.
Because the political leadership,
yes,
is not solving problem at the macro level.
At the macro, that's what I'm saying. And we are part of the political leadership.
Yes.
Until we realize that we should join forces with the executive to solve this problem at the macro level, we continue to beat about the bush.
But it seems the political class enjoys that micro relationship.
Because we are not thinking.
I can see that is why they are not solving the problem at the macro level.
No, there is no creative thinking. Awolowo was a politician. Everybody around him they were politicians, but they were thinking. They look at the problem. How do we solve it? Because when you are solving other people's problem, you are solving your own problem too. As the Yoruba say, Olowo kan laarin igba otoshi. One person in the midst of 200 poor people is also a poor man. So take it from me, in most instances, 6 months after leaving the Senate, if you don't have a second address, and if you are used to a particular lifestyle, you become very poor 6 months after.
6 months?
6 months after, take it from me. Most public offices. There are some ministers of yesterday, you see them on the street, you do not know that they are unable to buy their medications for diabetes. So the day we are able to realize that this system too is not good for us, that's the day we then begin to find solutions to these problems. So rather than envy those people, pity them. Do you know the one that suffers most? They go and sell their homes to get the ticket. They will sell, if they have another, they will sell another one to go through the general election. They will now go into the whole thing. At the end of the day, they will not be able to build those houses again.
It's sad, isn't it?
Very sad, very, very sad. Very sad.
And we must do
And
something.
the moment you live there, people abandon you. The same people who comes to you picking money will no longer visit you.
Because you can't solve
You
problems.
can't solve problems again, yeah. I've had occasions, 2 a.m., somebody will call me, they have rushed our leader to the hospital. I said, what am I going to do? You are in Ekiti. You are telling me a leader has been rushed to the hospital. I'm not a nurse, I'm not a doctor. Let him go there and seek hand. The Senator Kosowoni, there is no money. Okay, this is 2 a.m. What am I going to do at this time? It was not the time you can transfer money on phone. You know, you will be pestered from that 2 a.m. till 6, 7 a.m. when you will now probably have ask somebody to go and assist them with money. So sleepless nights, insults and abuses. So let me tell you this. There was a senator, I don't know whether I should mention his name. He was a general in the army. He was minister. They called them
Commissioner.
Commissioner in those days, under Buitala in those days. We went to Ajaokuta on assignment. We were driving back. I sat beside him. He got a call on his phone. You are a fool. Your father is a fool. You are an idiot. You are talking to me like that. I said, calm down, sir. Calm down, sir. What is the problem? He said, one stupid boy from my constituency. He's telling me that because I've not sent money to him, he will ensure that I do not come back. What do I need this for? When I was a minister, your father was nobody. He was agitated. That's the kind of thing. Somebody, I'm talking of General Magoro.
But some will say serve them right.
Served who's?
Yes, the senators, the politicians serve them right, frustrate them since they are not fixing the problems.
Yeah, well, maybe that's another perspective, another way of looking.
Because if you fix the problem, nobody disturbs you.
If you look at the interviews I've granted when I was senator, you find them on through Google, and I kept repeating that thing. Gentlemen, look, if they say you are good today because you are sending money, it's a lie. If 10 people come to you, you are not going to satisfy all of the 10 persons. And one person can come to you 10 times. If you help 9 times and you fail to help on the 10th time, you're a bad person. And they will go around the town to mess up your name. Yeah, he's a stingy man. He's not a good man. Oh, this and that.
This country needs redemption, right?
Serious one. Serious one.